Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying your virtual learning. Today I have our Check My Progress up here with us. So it's your choice. You can either open up to page 587 in your math books, or you can watch my video and then you can go ahead and do it yourself. So we're just going to review everything that we learned so far in this unit about length. The first two vocabulary words, we have the word length and then the word unit. The first word, length, that basically means how long is something. So you can measure your table, the length of your table. You can measure the length of a pencil. And the way that we measure those is by using a unit. So if you remember in class, we used either cubes to measure or we used paper clips to measure the length of different objects. So knowing that, go ahead and answer number 1 and number 2, fill in the word next to the definition. And then we're going to move on to number 3. All right, so number 3 and number 4, we're going to just circle the object that's shorter. Now, if you look at the pencil, we have one that's pretty long and one that's a little bit shorter. Shorter just means it's smaller. All right, so with the pencils, we know that the shorter one would be this bottom one here. All right, and then for our bicycle, and then I believe that's a skateboard down there, which one is shorter? So the smaller one, go ahead and choose it. All right, let's go on to number 5. Here we get a little bit tricky, and on these questions, I like to work backwards. So we first have to read the question. So we start with order the objects by length. Write 1 for short, 2 for shorter, and 3 for the shortest. So if you think about this problem, we start with short, then we get shorter, which is smaller, and then the shortest, which is the very, very smallest. So that's why I like to work backwards. I like to mark my smallest one first. So number 3 is my shortest. Looking at these pieces of chalk, where's my shortest? The orange one, I'll mark with 3. And then a 2 for shorter. So which one's right there in the middle? We see that it's the blue. And then a 1 for short. So this one is just short. It's not the shortest, and it's not shorter. It would be our pink. All right? We have one more of those problems on the next page. So let's go ahead and go to 588. And we're going to look at is it number 6? All right, number 6. Order the objects by length. This time, write 1 for long, 2 for longer, and 3 for the longest. So again, I like to start with number 3. Which one is the longest? Go ahead and mark that on your own. And then backwards, 2 for longer. So which one would be right in the middle? And then 1 for long. Number 7, we're measuring using cubes. If you don't have cubes at home, you can go ahead and maybe find a paper clip around the house, or you can use something that would be about 1 inch. And we know that we like to measure by putting our cube and then marking where it ends. Again, put the cube. It's kind of hard to show you guys on a screen, but go ahead and measure and see about how many cubes long or how many of whatever object you used. And last but not least, we have number 8. And I already started to underline what I know, because whenever we read a problem, we have to underline what we know and what we want to know. Gia has a globe, an apple, has a box, a globe, and an apple. The box is longer than the globe. I underlined that. The globe is longer than the apple. The apple is longer. Is the apple longer or shorter than the box? Go ahead and circle 1. Boys and girls, my time's running out here.